Hello, Balaji. Good evening.
Hey, hello, hi.
Nice to meet you.
It's good afternoon, I think, right?
It is for me. Yeah, it's 2:46. I'm in London in the UK. It's 2:46 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Where are you from, Balaji? Where are you?
I'm from India. I'm from South India. I'm from Chennai.
Chennai. Okay. Is
Yes.
is that in Kerala?
It is in Tamil Nadu. But you are right. It is near to
Next
Kerala.
next door to. Yeah. So it's a nice.
Yeah.
It's nice and warm and like tropical weather, Balaji. Huh?
Yeah. You are right. Have
Lots
you
of
been ever came to India before?
No, but I used to work in Saudi Arabia, and
Oh,
I had a lot of Indian friends from Kerala.
Kerala.
They
Yeah.
were always telling me, Andrew, you have to come to Kerala.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, and what do you do there, Balaji? What's your job?
I'm working for one of the top European bank. They have a development center here in Chennai. I'm working as a software developer there.
Okay, and can I ask how long you've been using Cambly for, and why you need English?
Actually, in my day-to-day work, I have to um work with people from UK. I found it was difficult for me to understand their accent. So that's why I have started using Cambly, and thankfully, Cambly is quite useful for me. Yeah, I have seen a lot of improvements in both listening and also in terms of speaking. Also,
Yeah, I mean, we all do have different accents, Balaji. I mean,
mm,
it's the same in every country, I think,
mm.
But yeah, once you sort of get more experience of this particular accent that is difficult to then you can you'll get better at listening to it, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
So how long have you been using Camly for?
Almost 3 months, I think.
Okay, so you're aware that in the library they have lots of lessons from Camly. You can import any sort of document or website into the platform. So there's many different things you can do. Um, some students they just like to chat, Balaji. I mean, what's your preferred? What do you prefer to do?
Actually, I have not gone through any lessons in Cambly. I mean, I maybe I missed it. I didn't notice anything.
Hmm,
So far, I'm doing general conversation with people.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So if you have any lessons or prefer to teach anything which would be helpful me for me in terms of accent, yeah, I'm fine with it.
I don't know if they have anything particularly on accent. They may have things on pronunciation. One moment.
Mm, mm, mm.
Tongue. Well, there's some. It's probably quite basic for you, but yeah, I mean they have everything else basically: academic English, business English, all kinds of. Let me IELTS. Let me show you an example. For example, business English. Okay,
Mm, mm,
the thing with these lessons, Balaji, is they take about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So it needs to be a 30-minute lesson. Yeah.
oh, okay.
And actually, this one, you might find it a bit easy because it's intermediate. Let's find you an advanced
Mm,
topic, advanced business English. There you go.
mm,
Marketing. Okay. Number one is just for example, is marketing. Okay.
mm,
So, as I said, Camly have many. There's hundreds of these types of lessons. It's in the library, Balaji.
mm.
You can check it out, and
Sure.
yeah, and you can bring any lesson you see in the Camly library to the class. So
Mm.
copy and paste the link, and then when you come, you have that lesson,
Mm,
that you
mm,
want to do. And so you basically work through the slides with the teacher. It's like going to a school lesson. There's warm up questions, then there'll be vocabulary. exercises, more vocabulary, discussion questions. You know, it's a full lesson that lasts about 25 minutes. About
Oh,
okay.
sure. Okay.
So there's all that stuff. Let me show you one more thing.
Mm,
Something I like to use
mm,
is is something called Engu, which is like a newspaper. It's a
mm,
newspaper for language learners. So every day it changes, the stories change. Categories in business, for
mm,
example.
mm. Okay.
And
So
there'll be lots.
it's like a current update. I mean,
Yeah, it's current story, and it's true stories. It's like a newspaper. Yeah.
okay, okay, okay.
For example, let's find what just make a good impression at business meetings.
Mm,
Business, business something. Hang on. They're all for
mm,
at
mm, mm,
business dinners. Okay, so there's always a little bit of vocabulary. Okay, like 6 to 7 words, not many. Okay, that we need to check. So you know we've got on host, appropriate, messy. Then there's the article to read. Okay, it's just a little article, so you read through.
mm,
I
mm,
I I like this one because I can check the student's pronunciation, Balaji. Okay, when they're
mm.
reading, it gives me the opportunity to correct pronunciation problems.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so we read the story, and then basically at the end of the story, there's a load of discussion questions. So
Mm,
the
mm,
second half of the lesson is talking. I tried to get
mm,
the
mm.
student to talk as much as possible. Yeah, but as I said, you need a 30-minute lesson for these all
Okay,
this stuff.
okay.
Um,
Uh,
15 minutes, the only thing we can really do is chat. Yeah.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Um, it gives with multiple lessons, Balaji. You know, going forward, it gives a bit of structure to the lesson. It's a current contemporary topic. You know, so you
Mm,
feel like
mm,
you're talking about something that's you know, a current issue.
mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So I like that one.
Yeah.
And you can bring, as I said again, you can look before and choose a story and bring it to the lesson and say, you know, I want to do this story. I'm interested in this story. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's a couple of options
Mm,
for
mm.
you. I mean, today, of course, I'm happy just to chat. I mean, we've only
Yeah,
got
yeah,
60
yeah,
minutes
yeah, yeah. It would
anyway,
be
but
fine. I mean, could you tell about yourself? I mean, what you're doing in London?
yeah. So I've pretty much been an English teacher, Balaji, most of my life. Okay, my working life. I've been about 28 years. I've been an English teacher. I used to work in a bank in the UK when I left university. Okay, for
Okay, okay.
4 or 5 years, I worked for Citibank.
Mm, mm, mm,
And then I basically decided I wanted to travel the world. Yeah.
mm, mm.
So I thought, okay, how can I do that? English teaching. Yeah.
Uh, that also from British.
Yeah. And it's,
Uh,
you know, it's easy to get a job. So my first job was I wanted to go to Japan. Yeah.
mm, mm, mm,
That's where I wanted to go. But
mm.
for various reasons, I decided to go to Turkey first for 1 year. Yeah.
Turkey. Okay.
In, so in Istanbul,
Mm, mm,
and I ended up staying in Istanbul for 10 years, Balaji.
mm,
Yeah.
mm,
Mm. So basically, I met a woman, got
mm, mm.
married
Wow. From Istanbul.
from Turkey, from Istanbul.
Oh,
We had a daughter. So then I had responsibilities. So I,
1 minute, 1 minute. Give me a moment.
yeah,
Yeah, actually, kids, my sister's kids, are not allowing me to.
they're making noise. Okay,
So 1 minute, 1 minute. Sorry.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So then so I spent 10 years in Istanbul, and then I went to Saudi Arabia for 10 years, 10 more years.
Saudi Arabia. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
Um,
So is Turkey is also part of Europe?
no, that well, geographically, a little bit of it is the
Mm,
northwest.
mm,
There's a little bit of Turkey that is technically in Europe, yes,
mm.
but most of the continent is sorry, most of the country is in Asia. Um,
Okay.
Actually, that's what's something that's interesting, Balaji. You know, the city of Istanbul
Mm.
i- is the only city in the world that's on two continents. There's Europe and Asia.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. That's great. Okay.
So we used to live in Europe, but my daughter went to school in Asia.
Oh, that's
They
great.
go over the Bosphorus. It's called the Bosphorus.
Uh.
Over a bridge, and then you're in Asia. It's
Is that a river? Bosphorus is a river?
it no, it's the sea, but it looks like
Oh,
a river. It does look. It looks like a big river. You're right. Yeah.
oh, but it's
Uh,
a sea. Okay.
it's the sea, and it's a strait. So there's land. You know, the land on each side is sort of like this. So yeah, it's an amazing thing to see. It's one of the wonders of the world. You know, to see.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
It's quite amazing. You see the super tankers coming down the Bosphorus because they're going from the Black Sea to the Mediterranean Sea. Yeah.
Mm,
And it's, you know, you're drinking coffee, you're sitting there having a coffee, and there's this like huge super tanker
mm,
going by, and the scale is weird. You're like, this is weird. But it's beautiful as well. It's beautiful to look at. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So I went off to Saudi Arabia, Balaji, to get more money because it paid me a lot more money to live in Saudi, to work in. And I had I had a family. I wanted, good schools for my daughter and stuff. It all costs money.
yeah. Right.
Um,
So, but you went to Japan then?
no, I
Your
never went.
desire?
I never got to Japan. No, um,
Okay, okay. I wish you should go there as well. Yeah.
I should because that was the original. Yeah, that was the original plan. But
Why specifically Japan? I mean, there are so many countries. Why Japan?
I've always been fascinated by Japanese culture and
Oh.
the the technology, the aesthetic. They have like a particular view of the aesthetic. It's minimalist, um,
True.
and I like that idea. I'm fascinated by it for some reason. I don't know why. I
Mm,
don't really know. I don't like manga. I don't read manga comics. I don't watch anime, which
mm.
most people are interested. But the people and the culture interest me. Yeah.
Okay. So you like the culture. Okay.
Well, I don't know if I like the culture because I've never been there, but
Mm.
I'm certainly
You
interested
are
in it.
so interested. Okay, okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I just never made it to Japan. I mean, there's English teachers all over the world in different countries, and my countries were Turkey and Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
And then I came back to the UK. I retrained as a chef. I thought I wanted to be a famous chef.
Chef
Um,
then.
then
From English, from
COVID,
bank to teaching and then to chef.
chef,
Great.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then back to teaching again because COVID happened. All the
Okay,
restaurants,
okay, okay, okay.
they all closed down. So, I went back to teaching online, and it's popular now. So I do that full time, teach online.
Okay, okay. That's great. That's great. Yeah.
All right then, Balaji. So we're running out of time. It's nice to
Yeah,
meet.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
send
really nice to meet you. Yeah, yeah.
you too. I'll send you my link if you want to make a
Sure,
reservation. Okay.
sure, sure, sure. Bye. Take care. Bye.
Have a good evening. Yeah. Take care.